We got Sherrod Small in studio and David Attell just killing it today.
Very funny.
David Attell is going to be playing Jones Beach with a whole bunch of guys tomorrow night.
Jeff will dump a bucket on me over there. Is that okay?
Somebody will do it there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beach.
You're worried about this ice bucket challenge, huh?
I really would just rather give them money. And
I
just
think that's okay. That's acceptable.
No, I think that I don't think it's allowed anymore.
Can do both.
I don't know. It's up to I would do both. I can't think of a great ice bucket challenge. So
You just throw the bucket on your head. Rob Ford's was great because the way he reacted, like he literally almost had a fucking stroke.
Yeah,
Rob Ford?
The mayor of Toronto.
Oh, yeah, wait, I didn't see that one.
But his brother's just such a dumb galoot. They dumped it on him. It was a giant barrel.
And it had to be over the top.
It seems very hack now.
And they got Ty Domi, who was just an animal in the NHL.
Oh, yeah.
Nominated him.
So he dumped it on him?
Yeah, aggressively,
Oh, is that
too.
who the other guy was?
Oh, Ty Domi was like 5'4" and fought everybody in the NHL.
He's an animal.
Pretty much fought people on his own team. He didn't give a fuck.
But watch how he reacts to it. It's a giant garbage can of it.
I bet you
he almost had a heart attack.
I bet you it took his breath
Hi, I'm
away.
there, Rob Ford. I've been called out by legendary Maple Leaf Ty Domi for the ice bucket challenge for ALS.
But look at how they do it, these two
I
idiots.
accept your challenge. Let's bring it on.
Look
A
at
whole
it.
garbage can.
Watch how rough they are.
Man.
They're just such shitheads. There. Here you go, fucko.
They almost killed him.
So he can't talk.
It's shock.
I think he thought that there would be like no water in there.
He can't breathe.
He's a dead man
Now-
walking.
I'm going to call out three people. It's cold.
He's going to die in the shower.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, I want you
Oh,
to
he
the
can-
ice bucket challenge. Premier Kathleen Wynne, I want you to the ice bucket challenge. And Prime Minister Stephen Harper, I want you to the ice bucket challenge to help cure this terrible disease.
He's the greatest mayor in the history of Canada, right?
What if they find out that ice causes it? Oh, no.
Ice causes ALS.
Oh, Lord.
See,
All right, so you got to
Dave.
dump a bucket over my head now.
Who's the greatest mayor? Who's another mayor? Can you name another mayor Canada ever had? Like
Not
any
Canada,
city?
no. But I'm also a
saying any
Marion
city.
Barry fan.
Marion Barry's right up there, though.
Yeah, he's up there.
As far as other amazing mayors.
With a hooker.
Oh, God.
Can't say what was in that pipe.
It's like a mayor with crack is just a good mayor for
People.
to have a beer with.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
He's a good guy.
Good fella.
Yeah.
A good egg.
I wonder if they'll vote him back in or if they're going to vote. You know, it's embarrassing for the city, but.
No, it's not.
He doesn't have a chance.
You don't think?
No, come on.
I mean, if Arnold Schwarzenegger could be the governor of California, that's more embarrassing to me than Rob Ford having a little crack here and there.
When do you think when's the election?
In the fall, yeah.
Yeah?
Do you know that? Or are you just saying in the fall? That was the most unconvincing.
I believe
November. I'll go in November.
You might be right. I just don't
Yeah,
know.
when schools are in, right?
I think it kind of matches up with ours, no?
It
Our
would
elections?
have to.
October? All right. That's the fall, at least.
Yeah.
What, Canadian elections?
Yeah, yes. But I mean, that's when the mayor. I mean, it's every 4 years, I'm supposing.
So he'll be gone in October, huh? That'll be it. That sucks. But then he could go on and really, like, live his life.
I feel sorry for the next mayor.
Yeah, why would he keep that job when you know he's the perfect prime minister? You know, he would be the chief constabulary of the...
I'd like to see him get reelected. This is a real fuck you to politics in general.
Yeah, I don't
I like
see
to
that
see him
happening.
bumped up, like how they get him out, like because Canadians are so nice and polite, like how they get him out. You know,
Hold on, we got it. I was wondering when this was going down. I got to interrupt here.
Rob.
The great Ricky Gervais on the phone. Ricky.
wow.
Hello.
How are you, Ricky?
Good, man. Is that Louie's voice I can hear?
No, we got David Attell and Sherrod Small in studio today. And we're just...
All you Americans sound the same.
And we're discussing the ice bucket challenge, and I actually saw your ice bucket challenge. You did all right too there.
Yeah, and then I did a joke. Right, this is Twitter for you. I did this joke after I'd done the ice bucket challenge, and millions of people have seen it. I was challenged by Ben Stiller, and then everyone kept doing it, and other people would challenge me, and I'd say, no, I've done it, and I reposted it, I've done it, yeah, great cause and everything. Then I did this tweet. Dear celebrities, stop pouring fresh cold water over your heads. Thank you, Africa.
I'm just glad you got the message.
And then people were going, oh, it's raised 10 million. Sick. Stop being so bloody PC. What about showers? You have baths. Yeah, it's a fucking joke. It was a joke. What part of that don't you think was a joke? Jesus Christ. Fucking morons.
Yeah, they really are. They are.
And now you're doing the bathtub challenge. See, I follow you on Twitter. And you called out Jim Norton. Jim, you got to do the bathtub challenge.
I thought a hot bath challenge was, not as hard. It wastes a lot more water. It wastes literally like gallons and gallons, which I thought was a good idea. And there doesn't raise any money at all. That's it hasn't taken off like I thought it would. Although maybe people are doing it, they're just not tweeting about it, which I think is the best way to do these things.
Yeah, word of mouth.
He just challenged you to take a bath. Was that?
No, it's you got to see Rick Gervais's bathtub face. It's one of the creepiest things you can see on Twitter.
That is excellent.
He does that a lot too.
Yeah,
he loves that face.
That's
crazy. He goes, yeah.
It's a hobby.
And you're in the bath there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's excellent.
In the bath doing stuff. So, how's everything going there?
We're doing all right.
We're well.
Great.
We're kind of finding our rhythm. Thank you for doing one of our first shows. That was amazing with Pete Rose. We're still talking about it.
Oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
So you're going out? Are you going out for the Emmys? You're nominated, right?
Yeah, just about to fly out in a couple of hours. Yeah, I'm nominated, but
For Derek,
I've been nominated. Yeah. I've been nominated 21 times, and I've won 2. So there's the stats for
Nice.
you. There's yeah. But I think they just do it to annoy me. They say, you're really good. You're really good. Fly 6,000 miles. No, we're only joking. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
So you're going for the party?
It's funny, isn't it? Because I think you get inundated with these things, parties, but they're not like a joy. They're sort of like a challenge. It's like you're going to come to this RSVP today. Are you coming to this one? So it's almost threatening, and you're thinking that someone's going to be offended if you don't go to every party.
Right.
No, I'll probably just I'll do the after. I might do a little bit of the after show. I'll do the Netflix one because it's on Netflix, my show, and it's their year, and that'd be cool. So no, I'm not going to do too many. I'm a little bit antisocial. For me, being invited to a great party is like a downer. It's like any email, even if it's fun, it's like, I'd rather I really would that's why I like your show. It's no stress. You just come in and sit down and talk. There's no hair and makeup. Well, apart from Jim's. There's some shaving.
Sometimes.
Ricky, can I ask you a question? Do you ever just watch the Emmys? You ever because I know you've been like a big part of them. Have you ever?
I don't think.
Did I challenge you to watch the Emmys? There you go. Emmy challenge.
No.
Emmy challenge going down.
I've never watched the Emmys or the Golden Globes or the Oscars unless I've sort of been there or been part of it. I've never done it. It's not.
So let's split the difference. People's choice.
It's really.
Give a laugh back
this way. People at home. It's bad enough when you're there for 3 hours. I often hand out an Emmy to get a break from sitting in that chair for 3 hours, and I can get backstage and get a beer because it is. It's for people to win. It's not to watch. I tried to make it a spectator sport with the Golden Globes, and it's still, it's not really. People sitting at home, there's nothing in it for them. Right. I don't know why it gets such huge ratings. Just give us the results.
Who actually votes at the end? Who votes on the Emmys though? Like, do you have to lobby or sit down with people? There's like a whole behind the scenes political thing you kind of have to do with the Emmys, right?
Well, I think so. I think people go on chat shows and let you know they're there, but I don't know. It's not really target marketing because I think there's only a few thousand people that vote, and so if you're going on Ellen and to try and reach 25 million people and hope that the right ones are watching, I don't know if it works. I don't know if there are any politics. There probably are. There's probably like people they get sick of, or I don't know. I just think
that's why you're not winning. Everyone knows there's politics.
Yes,
maybe there's a super PAC.
Yeah, there's major politics with this whole thing. A lot of you guys have come in and told us about how you have to really work it. You're not working it, Ricky. You got to campaign.
He coming in there high-fiving two people who think he's going to win the
right.
Yeah, but I thought you were doing my campaign for you. That's what I said last time I was on. I thought you were going to do it for me.
You got to work that. Who's hosting this year?
Seth.
Seth Meyers.
Oh, nice. Okay. That'll be worth watching, that part of it anyway.
And you're up against Louis, you're up against someone from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Parsons,
Nick Parsons.
William H. Macy, from Shameless, Don Cheadle, from some I haven't seen, I can't remember.
From
House of Lies.
House of Lies.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Is that it?
What, how about Kevin Spacey from House of Cards?
Yeah, that's not so much a comedy.
Nah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good point.
I mean, that Big Bang Theory dude is hard to beat, man.
Is he good, or is it just...
They love him.
They just love that show.
I think it'll be his fourth in a row. There's a website that's just concerned with awards called Gold Derby, and they do a lot, and they're talking about it all the time, right? And I saw them talking about this category, and I know that they said, well, Ricky Gervais has been the dark horse before, and he's won two. He won one for The Office, and he won one for Extras, right? So, and he upset a lot of people that night. I thought, Jesus, thanks. Right, and then someone else said, "Yeah, but that was a show about acting. That's probably why he won that one." I'm thinking,
that's true.
So
he's right.
It was a really unpopular win, but it was only because I played an actor. Okay, my next show is going to be called The Emmys.
Right.
The Emmys.
What dicks?
Do you have a speech written out? You have to have a speech written out in case you win.
Yes.
In case I win.
Like, do you have a speech that you just keep
good. No, I think he's good on the fly.
He is, but you still got to have something.
But you got to have some of the names.
What if I cried? I literally went up there, and for the first time ever, I just broke down and just started crying and just started saying thank you, baby Jesus. Thank you for this.
Do you think realistically you're going to win?
No. I think it is going to be.
You can't say yes to that question.
But you know what?
Right?
Yeah, I guess not.
You know what? I think I'm going to come second, and no one can prove me wrong.
That's right.
I think I came second, a really close second.
Are you practicing your disappointed face?
I don't know. I just think I'm going to mouth. So I go, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, please. Please do that.
That's what people think. They think, oh, I'm not going to win. Then they get a little adrenaline rush and think it could be me, and the winner could be me, Jim Parsons. And you go, oh, well done. You clap. You talk to the person next to you, like, you're preoccupied. You can't even remember who just won. You can't remember.
Right.
But actually, you want to go, for fuck's sake.
Wow. Please do that. Please.
Yeah,
what about Game of Thrones? Isn't that nominated for everything?
Please do that.
Game of Thrones is it nominated? I think so.
Is Game of Thrones nominated for drama? It's got to be.
Oh, it must be. I mean, I assume there's that's one of the big hitters, I'd have thought. That, House of Cards, and Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black got like 13.
I think everybody should have to show up in the costume of their TV show. I really do.
Yeah.
That would be easier for the fan at home.
Yes.
Yeah,
be exciting.
That's more like Battle of the Network Stars.
No, it's more like the World Cup. Let's get some, whatever those things are, the Woozawawazers out there. Yeah.
I heard that was, that they don't let you do anything like that at the Oscars because didn't Sacha Baron Cohen try and go to the Oscars dressed as one of his characters, and there was an uproar because you're not allowed to do that.
I didn't know that.
But, yeah, I think so. Yeah, but then my characters are sort of very, very like me. They've got my hair and accent, and yeah, it's basically a cardigan.
Are you doing a third season of Derek?
No, I'm going to probably do a special. So same as The Office and Extras. 2 seasons and a special. That'll do, won't it? And then
it's amazing how fucking you bail out when when things are getting extremely Like when it's on track and it's doing really well, he's just done.
Don't fuck it up. Get out of there.
That's amazing.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. As soon as I got nominated for the Emmy, I thought, I'm getting out of there.
Yes.
I would milk it for everything. It's where I'd be season 11. Derek goes to camp. I would milk it as long as I could. It's amazing that you're able just to say nope, no more.
I think that's a problem. I think that's a sickness.
Again, you see, you can sort of milk it peripherally because the American Office. I mean, I couldn't have milked it more at a distance than like 300 episodes and syndication.
That's amazing win, dude.
It was Paul Steve Carell that was doing all the work for me, but that's how you want to milk something, sitting at home and waiting for the check to come in.
That is great.
That is real milk.
That's ultimate TV.
That's pimping.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's the pimp game.
Yeah, that's counterfeiting, isn't it? That's having a little money. It's not even it shouldn't even be real money. But yeah, and I don't know. Extras didn't seem. I don't know. I don't know how long that could go on. Something like Extras because it was quite intense and. I mean, after like 12 and a special, it would have been the same joke at Hollywood A-lister.
Right.
This might be. What about Idiot Abroad? That was like my favorite show.
Oh God, I love that show.
I think that it can't really. I can't really do it again with Carl because he was getting too knowing, and I think people know that.
Send him to Ferguson. Let's see how that work out.
Idiot.
He's never been there, I'm sure.
Excellent.
That is right. Remake. You find your own equivalent in America, and then you could do a remake of Idiot Abroad, couldn't you? I mean, no country is going to have a shortage.
Carl's one of the greatest characters, even though he's not a character. He's the real deal. It's just amazing that's how he really is.
He's a rare nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that those people don't usually get on telly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're usually trained and it's smoothed out, and they're not allowed to do what they want. And that was my role, really, making sure it's exactly how it was and, making sure we got what happened. And so I think that could certainly be remade. I think 'cause it's basically a travel show.
Right.
Someone who's not used to travel, you're stitching them up. You're stitching them up all the way. You're putting them on the worst flights, worst thing, making them eat the worst foods. And so I think that's right. But if they can sort of, if you can get it, the first reaction for real, I think that it's sort of foolproof. Certainly for a little while.
Yeah.
Now, is there rumors of a David Brent movie, or is that true? You are doing that?
Yeah, I'm going to do. It's very different. It's sort of like another fake documentary about what he's doing now, and what he's doing now is he's sort of repping, but he hasn't let go this dream of being a rock star, and he's got a lot of songs together, and he's got a young band together that he's paying through the nose for, and they're just sort of ripping him off. They're session musicians, so he's losing money. He has to cash in a pension. He does a little tour that he wants record companies to come along to, and obviously he thinks it's like Scorsese following the Stones around, this documentary thing. But it's a really sort of where are they now documentary, and it's even sadder and tragic. But it's I suppose it's sort of like I'm trying to do like Anvil did for real. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It was that was sweet and tragic and I mean, there's nothing like real documentary. It's if you can get even close to the real drama of real life, then and the sadness and the sort of pathos. And he's doing songs, and it's almost a musical, really.
Sorry, I was going to ask how long are we going to wait for that?
Well, I'm writing it now. I'll probably film it. Let's see what month. It'll be next year now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, we're talking sort of 18 months to 2 years again.
You'll probably be shooting in New York a lot, right?
Well, that's Life on the Road 2 when he comes to America.
Okay. Yeah, because there's probably some real New York characters that would really be good in this film.
Like who, Jimmy?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Who?
I have no idea.
Anyone in mind?
I'm thinking of anyone in particular.
I think I know where you're going, Jim. And and there might be a little surprise for you.
Oh, wow.
Jimmy.
I like this new format.
And I bet you the surprise is that one of my good friends is cast in the movie.
No, you're doing An Idiot Abroad for America.
I'm actually psyched about this. Like the way people look forward to Star Wars films coming out,
Right.
I'm looking forward to this David Brent
of course.
thing.
Are you going to dress up and stand in line?
I would wait overnight for this.
In a costume?
Yeah.
Is it going to be in a theater, or are you releasing it like online or on HBO?
I mean, I
Netflix.
assume it's got cult movie written all over it, but I think it'd be have a theatrical release around the world, because The Office, the original version of The Office, was sort of shown in about 100 countries. Wow. So it can certainly have a theatrical release around the world. But yeah, we're not talking blockbuster, and we're probably talking, under $10 million movie, because it's a fake
That's
documentary.
cheap.
So, this is not this. I'm not making a Hobbit movie here.
Right.
So there's some unreleased footage coming out of The Hobbit as well. Who keeps telling Peter Jackson his films aren't long enough?
But would you be, since it's a New York film, right? How do you do that when you do these things where they whatever you call it, like show them all around the world? Like, do you have to explain characters and things like that? Like, they're sitting on that's a couch. Like, do you have to do anything like that? Like, I mean, you know what I'm talking about?
But I think I've never really done that. I didn't change things for The Office. I mean, when I did The Office, I wasn't even aware it was going to be shown around the world. So that was a surprise.
That's how awesome it is that it's internationally understandable.
But this is think of this, right? So it went on BBC America. It did quite well. It won a couple of Golden Globes. The people started watching it, but very cold. Probably when it was their biggest show, it was watched by 1 million people in America, probably tops, okay? And then they put a DVD out, right? And we thought, oh, this is really good. And we were happy with it. We didn't even know about the American remake was going to happen yet. But there were, BBC America insisted they did a glossary of terms in the DVD, okay? For sidewalk and pavement, things like that. But one, I couldn't believe how patronising it was. That they put Shakespeare, a 15th century poet. I mean, surely that is patronising, surely, to Americans, to think you have to translate.
Is it pronounced Shakespeare? What's the guy name again? Shakespeare? Shakespeare Jenkins?
But wait, was it a real glossary, or was it done to be sarcastic?
No, it was real.
Oh, wow.
It had things like minge and the terms like that. But then they put in Shakespeare just in case, and I just thought that was just a real insult, because there's some things you don't bother if you don't. I don't really change things except current cultural reference. Even when I do stand-up, it's the same stand-up I do in England.
Right.
And I only change it if the punchline is a UK Big Brother winner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where they've got no chance. So the cultural reference. But I think if you sort of do it for yourself, and there's 7 billion people on the planet, you don't need everyone to get it.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It'd be more trouble than it's worth translating as you go along. It would be. It would lose. I think it would lose everything. And so yeah.
I always worry, Ricky, about pop culture references. Like if I do something about Paula Deen or anything that's happening here in the States, I don't know how much of that translates if I travel. Like even certain things in Canada, there were certain they got, but it just didn't resonate with them. Like there were certain.
That's true.
I was doing a bit about the interviews after a shooting, a workplace shooting. And that bit does very well here, but I guess because in Canada they've had very few workplace shootings.
Yeah, they call it going American. That's what they call it.
That one part of the bit just didn't work.
I think there's two things there. America is huge, so Americans don't really worry so much about running out of land to conquer. It's huge. Also, everyone speaks. English is a universal language, but actually it's probably American now in terms of culture. Everyone watches Hollywood films. Everyone watches US TV. So you've got a lot more you've got a lot more land to conquer and be.
Well, I think that's inappropriate. I think it's because we listen to the world, mostly their phones.
And when you deal with universal subjects like I do, AIDS, the Holocaust, who doesn't know who Hitler is? Come on.
Now that's Hitler, you say? Is that Hitler Jenkins? Renee's little boy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it gets a few blank faces in Germany. They pretend they don't know what I'm talking about. But then once I do the impression, they you see them smile out the corner of their mouth a little bit. So yeah, it travels.
So you're leaving. When are you getting on this flight there, Ricky?
I am leaving in about an hour and a half. I could nearly have come in today, but I was a bit stressed because we've got to leave to do chores and stuff.
Now, what kind of plane we talking here? You're not getting on some chump-ass TWA or something. You on your own plane, right?
TWA.
Yeah, how does Ricky Gervais fly?
You're not on Pan Am, right? You ain't no chump.
What year is this?
How does a Ricky Gervais fly?
Is you got Mr. T in the studio? What's going on?
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Well, what kind of plane? We need to know now.
It's I don't know, a big jet with.
Yeah, so now we're talking.
All right, he's not private.
It's a G something. It's a G5?
You got a little G?
You have a private Airbus.
If it was private, I'd keep it quiet so you guys didn't feel bad about yourself.
I actually prefer to fly commercial to private.
Shut up, Jimmy, shut up.
No, I've never flown private.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself. It's a preference.
Would you take the private to coach flight challenge, Ricky? Would you take the middle seat on a coach flight to Phoenix next to a crying baby and a guy out of rehab challenge?
The good thing about preferring coach to private is you never have to be unhappy with your flight. You never, and however long you live, you'll always be happy with your flight. So
I find reasons to complain about every flight that I'm on. There's always something wrong, and
they always mess up something.
Yeah, there's always something fucked up.
Well, we were leaving Montreal, right? You know what I mean? And you had the bag incident. Where your bag was too big or something?
Oh, the one, what a rotten twat. She worked for Air Canada.
Right.
And she was trying to stop me from bringing my bag on. She was like, it's too big, sir. And I'm like, no, it's the same plane. It's a regional jet that flew from, and she's like, that's what everyone says. And then she found out that I was flying in first. And she's like, why didn't you say that? And I'm like, well, you didn't ask me. You asked the guy next to me who was better dressed.
Right.
This was all very early.
What?
Yeah. It was all very early, and Jim whispered that whole thing like in that authoritative whisper, like, you didn't do it.
You didn't ask me.
That was great.
Yeah. You know what? That's like your very own little Pretty Woman moment.
Yeah, it was like he was like whipping his nanny.
Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Well, the Pretty.
Go on.
No, I say the Pretty Woman moment I have is that Jason Alexander tries to fuck me in a hotel room. That's his closest.
Wow.
With Michael Richards and his pen.
All right, well, we're wrapping up, man.
That was so much fun. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man.
Sorry I couldn't make it in. I'm going to make it next time. And thanks for your kind words. Watch Jim Parsons win the Emmy.
Let's go.
I pity the fool.
I say it's Ricky Gervais for the upset.
Yeah, good luck, man.
We're pulling very hard for you,
Ricky Gervais for the upset. Let's do this thing.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Good luck,
We'll see you soon, buddy.
That means goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers. Good luck.
Ricky Gervais on the way to the airport.
Jim Parsons making $1 million an episode now.
I heard.
Does he really?
All of them.
Wow.
All the whole cast.
I heard.
What show?
Big Bang Theory.
Did you?
And they guaranteed like a ridiculous amount of episodes, like 90 or some shit.
Do you like the show?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I like the show. I thought
Do you actually like it?
Yeah, I thought it was like funnier at the beginning, like early on. Now it seems like it's getting like dry and
You know what show I find funny? Tyrant. Have you seen it?
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a great show.
I love that show. Tyrant.
That show is great.
Do you guys watch it?
That brother is a mess. That Uday brother, the crazy. Oh, he's so great.
It's just a composite of the Uday Kusei boys.
Right, it's like a
composite.
Right, it's not the exact. Right.
No, I love that show, and I love the woman in it. That girl, she's an Israeli actress, by the way. She's like super hot.
Oh,
yes. So she's playing the wife of that guy,
the crazy
Jamal.
guy. Yeah,
and Man, she's awesomely hot.
I've never seen the show. I mean, it couldn't be that
Israeli,
bad.
but she's playing the
I think the kids are
That's
great.
what she does. She just does it opposite.
The kids feel like the kids feel like they're American kids, and they got put in that situation. Like the brother who had to go back to take control of the family.
Yes,
like the family.
That's what The Big Bang is?
No.
I switched it over to Tyrant.
We talking to
I
Tyrant.
thought you were talking about that.
I thought it was
Tyrant
funny
now.
that I thought Tyrant was funny, but that went nowhere.
I thought you
I
were
like
talking
that
about
show too.
I don't know any of them.
It's brutal. It's nice.
You don't watch The Big Bang Theory?
No, I've never seen it. I like Game of Thrones a lot. I love that Boardwalk Empire. I love.
Okay.
That keeps you a chuckle, the Game of Thrones?
It does. Yeah, I like the little fella. I'm like, ah,
He's tussable.
yeah, he's tussleable. I just want to ruffle his
You're
hair.
not allowed to giggle when he comes on, but you're allowed to lean in. No one can ever take that away from you.
How great!
What's he saying? Is that him? What's he doing now?
How great was that scene in Game of Thrones? He was like, I killed her kids, I killed her, and I raped her.
Yeah.
So good.
And he crushed his fucking skull.
Crushed his fucking
That guy,
skull.
by the way, the guy, if you don't know the scene we're talking about.
I do not.
The guy, it was a big gladiator that crushed the guy's skull with his bare hands. That guy I just saw a show on Vice, actually, about strongmen in Iceland. You can go on and watch strongmen.
Yes.
It's only a 20-minute documentary about how all these fucking strongmen come out of Iceland.
Yeah.
And he's like the
I see him on
strongest.
ESPN too.
Yes. He's the strongest guy in Iceland
Yes.
and the third strongest guy in the world. And they work out in this fucking gym.
I knew that dude's
Where do
face.
they live?
That's where.
Where do they live?
It's barbaric. It's fucking. There's no pads. Like they think pads are for just total. Just pussies, and they have just like things filled with concrete, like and solid
tires and
They have a log
and
that just got two handles cut into it,
right?
And they just gotta lift the shit up.
And they're just super
brutal,
super strong guys.
Yeah, it's called The Strongmen of Iceland.
I gotta watch this,
dude. It's a 20-minute documentary.
That
It's fascinating. It's freezing.
Right.
It's fucking cold. They go to the gym at 4 in the morning. It sucks.
But no one gives a fuck about that competition anyway. It's on ESPN.
ESPN
in America,
too.
it's like a goof for us. We're like, let's check this out.
Said about soccer. Give him a couple of years.
Maybe I guess the rest of the world maybe is into it though. I don't know.
I can call it on like Saturday during like an afternoon on Saturdays. I'll watch it for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
Look at the necks on these fucking dudes.
It's ridiculous.
Do you think those guys get picked on in bars?
No.
What, in Iceland? In a trance bar, they're going to go up to a strong man?
Strongmen are fucking brutal. They are a different breed.
I bet you those guys are like, when they're not doing that, they're like breeders, because they have the Viking DNA.
Yeah.
They're just mailing their semen all around the world to really high-end cougars.
Whatever. Then he goes, whatever. All right, we're going to take a break, then we're going to wrap up. David Attell is at Jones
Will you take
Beach.
the Iceman challenge? We have a strong man for lots on your head.
Dave and a lot of our friends will be at Jones Beach tomorrow night. So go see David.
Sunday.
He
Or
said
is it tomorrow?
No, it's Friday is at Jones Beach, and then we do Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, Sunday.
No, let's get this right, because I'm
we're all
just
over
the
the
point man
place.
on this. Please.
You got Jones Beach Friday, and
Can
then
you say the names
Saturday.
again?
Huh?
Say the names again, please.
I don't know. I know
Okay.
it's Louis C.K. I
Louis
know you
C.K.,
got
Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, Hannibal Burrs,
Yeah.
Jeff Ross, and many, many more. Guys, check it out. It's going to be a great show.
That's Friday at Jones Beach. Then Saturday, it looks like it's Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut.
At the Infinity Theater or something like that, right?
Nice.
Yes.
And then your Comedy Underground, you doing that?
I'll be doing that August 26th.
Right,
Jim,
right.
always an invite.
Right.
Sherrod just did it last week.
amazing.
Last month, he killed it.
Very cool.
I did do it, didn't I? I loved
Yeah, you
it.
did it but you're really hard to get in touch with.
Just text me.
I texted you, but I guess it was because of the Vice show you weren't picking up.
Oh, I was probably busy. I pop lock often too.
You do? What does that mean?
It's a breakdance thing where they do like the robot.
Wow, you're so
Show
on
us
all
some of it.
Sherrod, what do you got going on?
I'm just gonna be in town performing the Comedy Cellar and the Stand.
Okay.
I'll be on the Approval Matrix next Monday on what channel is that? Sundance.
Don't remember Sundance. Yes.
And then Race Wars podcast with me and Kurt Metzger, who was just
Awesome.
nominated
Kurt
for an
is
Emmy,
great.
by the way.
Yes.
But he did lose. But
What was he nominated for?
for writing Amy Show.
Right,
Amy
Amy
Schumer.
Schumer.
That's right. Amy
Schumer.
did get nominated, right?
Yes.
He went out
Sir.
there, put a suit on Kurt, sent him out to L.A.
Just the fact that giant fucking that monster from the Bugs Bunny cartoon has to fucking wear a suit makes me so happy. Do you have a 50 extra freak?
I'm sorry to cover you with my Emmy clap.
That's okay. It's important. I'm talking through the applause.
And James will be at the Addison Improv this weekend. You're
Yes, I
flying
will.
today, and of course, maybe the Ice Bucket Challenge with
Yes.
Pow's Bikini.
Yep.
You want to try the movie thing with Roland?
Sure.
What's this?
It's a really bad bit.
Yeah.
It's
Come on, guys,
extremely
let's
bad.
do it.
All right, we're going to do it next.
Do you want us to be part of it?
Yes.